Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to be standing up here in front of all of you this evening. I too would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests this evening, our partners in education, our parents and family members, our staff and students that are receiving awards this evening. Thank you for being with us this evening to celebrate the amazing achievements of our college. As I said, it's lovely to see you all here in person this year, and certainly a very different scenario to 2020. I was looking a little bit different when I watched the awards ceremony last year. It was a little bit more relaxed in our own homes. So tonight, it's great for us all to be here. Pillar Excellence is an opportunity for us to all formally recognise and celebrate the outstanding achievements of our college. A foundation of our college, our 4 pillars are integral to the fabric of who we are as a community, and tonight we celebrate them in all of their glory. But most importantly tonight, we celebrate our incredibly talented and hard-working staff and students, and I'm humbled every day by the amazing work that they do in our school. As the girls have said, this year we celebrated 20 years of education, and we celebrated in style with our gala dinner in July. We've certainly come away a long way from that day in January 2001, when we opened with 354 students. There's a few more of us around the place now. But 2021 has been an incredibly busy year, and we were able to get back fairly into the normal swing of life. A few COVID restrictions in place, but we managed to do an awful lot and achieve even more. It's just not possible to share all of that this evening, but if you've been following our Varsity Life platform, you will certainly have seen the many and varied opportunities that our students have had to be involved in an enriching school life. There are a few highlights from across the 4 pillars that I would like to share with you, and cutting these down was not easy. I'll start with our academic pillar, and we started the year off on the strength of the academic results of our 2020 Year 12 cohort. These students were the first students in Queensland to graduate with an ATAR, and the cohort did exceptionally well. Our dux for 2020 was Kate Bodley, and she was presented with this honour at our leadership induction ceremony earlier in the year. 38% of our students achieved an ATAR above 90, which is incredibly high, and that's an ATAR that's equivalent to an OP of 1 to 6, and a total of 75%. Now, this is 75% of one of the largest cohorts of Year 12s on the Gold Coast and in the state, achieved an ATAR above 75, which is equivalent to an OP of 1 to 10. This year, our Year 12s, also as the girls have been said, will be presented with their awards on the same evening as their graduation, due to these students about to commence their external exams, and we certainly thank our leaders for being with us this evening. In junior secondary, our NAPLAN results remain as strong as ever, and that comes down to the work that's done by teachers and students in class. And at Pillar Assemblies this year, we have very proudly given out close to 400 badges across our pillars, and tonight we are giving over 350 awards to students in celebration of their successes, and we congratulate them on their success for this year. Now, events such as Science Week, AMS Bridge Building, Catapult Challenge, CO2 car drag racing, the small kind, not out on Varsity Parade, debating, Year 8 Aspire Wearable Art Showcase. It just gives our students an opportunity to learn and have classrooms that are rigorous and rewarding and fun, because learning has to be fun. Our leadership induction, as I said, was held earlier in the year, and it recognised the important role that students' leaders play at Varsity College. I am now going to ask Anique Swain, Ivy Smith, Jasmine Bacon and Hayden Gasman to come and join me on the stage, please. These are our 4 2021 captains, and I can honestly say in the long time that I have been a leader in schools, I would probably put this group of 4 very, very close to the top. They have amazing personalities, they have amazing commitment, and I would like their families and our entire college community to know that this year they have done themselves their families and our college proud. And for that, I'm incredibly proud of them. I know that they are about to go into external exams, and I wish them all the best. And just as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to give them just a little gift, if you'll indulge me for one moment. It's not an easy job being the captain of Varsity College. They get called upon to do a lot. Sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's unplanned, and these four have taken it in their stride all year. So can we give them one last round of applause? I'll move to the sporting pillar. We have been as fearless as ever, the Varsity Vikings. Our swimming, cross-country and athletics carnivals were held and hotly contested by our houses this year. And our sporting representatives had a strong showing, in fact one of our strongest ever, with over 30 students representing South Coast and 7 students representing Queensland, which is the highest number in the history of the college. There were many stellar performances from our sporting teams, particularly across our big programs, football, basketball, AFL and rowing, all of which are Aspire programs for our school, and there were significant performances throughout the year. We held our first night of champions at Metricon Stadium, where we celebrate everything sport, and it was a fantastic venue and a fantastic evening. And in an Olympic year, it was an honour to have 2 alumni compete in Tokyo, with Kia Melverton, the class of 2014, and Maddie Goff, class of 2017, competing in the same event, the inaugural Women's 1500 swim. Both of these ladies attended school and spoke of the great start that they received to their sporting career through our programs, and it was a pleasure to have Kia at our Night of Champions after the Olympics. It was a great night. GIPSA competition was unfortunately cut short this year due to a snap COVID lockdown, and our teams didn't actually get a chance to play finals, so we do look forward to 2022 and the opportunity to play the full competition. At this point then, I must thank all of the staff who go above and beyond and give their own time to their sporting teams, whether it be GIPSA or the huge number of invitational tournaments that we compete in. Our staff are always there to provide their expertise and prowess, and they are selfless and giving of their time. I know the students value their hard work, as do I. So can we thank all of our coaches? Well, you've seen a glimpse of our cultural pillar this evening. You heard the ensemble on the way in, and then our chamber strings ensemble, and our cultural pillar, the talent just abounds. And nowhere was this more evident this year than in our very first Arts Under the Stars event that was held during Cultural Showcase Week. This was a fabulous night showcasing the talent of our students, and our Orange Quad was alive with performances, families and food trucks. It was a fantastic evening. Our chamber strings ensemble were recognised in an invitational workshop with the Queensland Youth Orchestra, and several of those students have been selected for state and Australian ensemble honours programs. At the Gold Coast of Stedford, our performances were of the highest standard, and in Drama Fest we were awarded the most outstanding dramatic performance. Our visual arts presented work at the Energies art exhibitions, and were also recognised in the State Government Creative Generations program. Internationally, I know I said internationally, our Year 8 STEM class were recognised in the inaugural Global Schools Challenge and received the International Cultural Leadership Champion Award for their racial discrimination project, which they did completely online with a school in Taiwan, Nanquang. The community pillar thrives at Varsity, with the opportunity this year to once again participate in a number of events, so that was lovely. We were well represented in Kokoda Challenge, with students and staff coming together to take on this enormous physical challenge. In Shave for a Cure, we had a number of staff and students take the plunge and lose their locks for charity, with the college raising $5,700, which was donated to the Leukaemia Foundation. Our teachers took on the push-up challenge and have the Certificate of Awesome to prove it. to raise money for the mental health organisation Headspace. Now, their mission was to complete 3,318 push-ups in 25 days. That number symbolised the number of lives that were lost to suicide in Australia last year. What they actually completed was 40,647 push-ups, and they raised $1,650. That would be mission accomplished, I would say. It was an absolute privilege to hold our Anzac service, and students and staff paused to pay our respects after missing that opportunity to come together as a community in 2020, and it was a wonderful morning. Other events that we were able to restore back to their former glory and significance: also National Day of Action Against Bullying, NAIDOC Week, Harmony Day, Are You OK Day, and Mental Health Week. The well-being of our community is incredibly important to us. These are important events on our calendar, and we have relished the opportunity to come together for the sake of our community. Of course, one of our biggest events, as I've said, was the 20-year Anniversary Gala, and it was a delight to take a trip down memory lane with past and current staff and community members. So that list, folks, by no means covers everything. These are amazing achievements for the students in our college. Many of the students here with us this evening were a big part of all of those events. So let's give everyone a big round of applause. We are one of the largest schools in the country, and you cannot run a school of our size without a massive team. And teams play an important part across all of our 4 pillars. I would like to recognise, and I would like all of the people who are part of these teams to know that I sincerely appreciate the support that you give to me, but also that you give to our students, that you give to your colleagues, and that you give to our community. We are very well supported by some very important people who are with us this evening. Firstly, our very hardworking and dedicated P&C. This year they have raised an enormous amount of funds, and they've done that through incredibly hard work. What they have done on both campuses is now installed 2 cool water drinking fountains, which coming into the hot months I believe will be very well utilised, and they've still got more projects on the go. I would like to thank President Colin Frew and his dedicated executive team that are here this evening, not only for the work that they've done in fundraising, not only for building strong community partnerships, but for supporting me and my team. Thank you very much. We are also supported by a school council as an independent public school who provides strategic direction and support for the college, and I would like to recognise the work of Council Chair Mr Dan Mains and other council members for their support. I would also like to give a special mention to our student members who vacate that council this evening, Nia Jones and Venya Nosov, for their hard work. Thank you to all of those people. As I said, this is a big team, and teamwork is one of our foundation character strengths. As the executive principal, I do get the opportunity to sit across a lot of teams and work with a lot of people and have a lot of conversations. With 2 campuses, though, it's not always easy. I could not perform my executive principal role without the unwavering support of the heads of school, 3 of whom are with us this evening. I sincerely thank heads of school Dan Moroney, Jodie Fillingame, who unfortunately couldn't attend this evening, Rochelle Lewis and Greg Morgan for their wisdom, guidance and support. I also thank them for the laughs and the humour we have along the way. It's very important, and they are fabulous to work with. We have a large leadership team, and the team is passionate, and many of them are here with us this evening. Thank you to our deputy heads of school, heads of department, deans of students for their tireless commitment to student success. We also have Carmel Conlon, our Director of Business Services, here with us this evening, and I thank Carmel and her executive leaders for all of the work they do in providing support to teaching and learning in the school. Our college staff are there each and every day to support students in achieving their best. Now, whether it be tending to students who sign in late, putting students into sick bay, printing the extra timetable, having to find something or give a reassuring smile when a student turns up at student services and says, "Has anyone handed in a mobile phone? Mum's going to kill me when I get home." These ladies go the extra mile, and all of our support staff in our offices do an amazing job in supporting our staff and students, so thank you to them for their help and reassurance when we all need it. Parents and carers. Tonight, and this has already been said, but I will absolutely reinforce it, The accolades that your child will be receiving is a tremendous endorsement of you. It's a tremendous endorsement of your efforts, your high expectations, and your aspirations for your children. The example you set as parents is one of the strongest motivators for students to achieve full potential, and you do that so very well. I would also like to thank you for working with us to continue to improve what we are doing. We value that feedback, and we know that there are always areas that we can keep improving, and this will ensure that we continue to do the best for your students. Okay, my favourite quote about teachers comes from Barack Obama, and it is, "Wherever you find something extraordinary, you'll find the fingerprints of a great teacher." So we're heading into the last part of my speech, which is presenting awards for staff and staff recognition, and I love this part. So to teachers firstly, the opportunities, initiatives and achievements of this year just would not be possible without your dedication and commitment to our students. It is a challenging role. Each and every day there are tremendous demands on teachers, not just in the classroom, and the time that they give, not only in the classroom but in their own time, it cannot be measured in terms of the outcomes for our students. And I am blown away each and every day by the work that our educators do. They truly are phenomenal, and they are really, really lovely people. Nowhere have I seen teachers more caring and committed to their students than at Varsity, and I thank them for the work that they have done.